Sounds interesting.
It is because it's like she just seems so clearly like dumb.
Just doesn't understand business.
And then and then the other dudes, the Daves, are just like, well, here's a receipt for that. Here's paperwork showing this. Here's proof of that. And then she's just like, no.
Did you guys hear about the pink sauce lady from TikTok?
No.
Oh yeah, she was selling some sauce.
What
kind of sauce?
Kind of a wild story.
It's a long tail.
It's a long tail.
Tell us the tale.
Pack it in.
All right.
So think about it like this. This chick is on TikTok. She's making food videos where she's drizzling the food with this like pink sauce. And people are like, yo, what's the pink sauce? And for a while, she's not saying what the pink sauce is. And then all of a sudden, she comes out with the pink sauce. Now you can buy it from her.
Ooh. Is it just like Pepto-Bismol or something like that?
It's like a sweet ranch.
Okay.
That's how it's been described. But it looks like Pepto-Bismol. Okay.
I like Pepto-Bismol.
She's sending it to people. And then all of a sudden, like after not very long, people start reporting like, hey, something's wrong with this shit, right? Many packages were exploding in the mail. People were getting it, saying that they got sick immediately after having some pink sauce.
Did she come in it or something?
Didn't come in it, as far as I know.
That's definitely the first question that most people ask. Yeah.
It's a great question, though.
Is it because it was exploding? That's what you connected the dots?
Exploding cum? Yeah.
No, it's because when something's like contaminated, it's usually because of foul bodily play.
That's fair.
Or dairy.
So,
That's technically bodily play.
Or they just forgot to refrigerate it.
that it probably had cum related.
Sometimes.
Was it breast milk?
So she's selling the sauce for
You don't acknowledge my question.
because it's a stupid question. You just take the L.
I asked the real hard questions.
20. She's selling it for $20 a bottle. $20 a bottle. Okay.
Set an example here.
Quickly sells out. The backlash starts, and then she went live to address her followers, and they're like, "Hey, was this shit FDA approved?" And she's like, "What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products, you idiots."
She doesn't know what FDA is.
She doesn't know that it means.
So she just basically cooked it in her kitchen and just started selling them.
Yeah, she started jarred it up and sending it out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bottles.
So then in January 2023 of this year, right, she announces, because I don't know when this video is going to come out, she announces that she's partnered with a group called Dave's Gourmet. And they added the pink sauce to their portfolio, and they paid her a chunk of money as a fee to like onboard her, right? And that would like solve her problems. They got her into FDA approved facilities.
Wow.
Everything's Gucci.com right now, right? So then she's in Walmart. She's taking pictures of her holding pink sauce in Walmart. Everyone's like, let's fucking go. Time to fix this story, right? So then a couple of months go by, and in August she takes to her Instagram and she's like, hey, I'm fucking broke.
She spent all the money.
She starts a GoFundMe and she's like, I am being fucked over by these guys at Dave's Gourmet. They basically signed a shitty deal with me. They're taking all the money. They gave me nothing.
Maybe she didn't read the contract.
She needed a lawyer.
So this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
So she is now has the GoFundMe. People are actually donating to it. But they believe her.
Fucking dumb, dude.
And she does not name the company in the video or social media. She just said that it's been difficult for her to care for and feed her kids. And so she's facing eviction. She's in trouble.
Oh, man.
So then after the internet basically figured out Dave's Gourmet, started firebombing the shit out of all their social media pages, Dave's Gourmet fires back and says, hey, we gave her like a piece of the $120,000. I think they gave her like 60 grand, something like that. Huge chunk of money for barely even being a year in business with her, right? Not even a year, a couple months. And then they're like, hey, and she's also asking us for 100 grand so she could have a birthday party.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she wanted 100 grand for a birthday party, and she says she's gonna film it and it was gonna be promo for pink sauce. And they're like, yeah, no. Sorry, no. And then she wanted to buy a couple $1,000s for shoes and stuff like that. And they're like, no. And then, yeah, so then it gets pretty weird.
Story.
Whoa.
It gets pretty weird because she's like basically saying, that's not true, none of that's true. And then they're saying, hey, and she's like, they fucked me with the legal contract. And then like, hey, we actually hired We said we'd pay her lawyers to explain the contract to her. We offered to do that.
Dude, it's pretty fucking bad, man.
Pretty wild. So now we're kind of at this point where Dave's Gourmet is just sort of like, yeah, that's our story, and then she's just calling them liars, and we'll see what happens.
Wow. So you've been following this too?
Yeah.
Is it interesting? Sounds interesting.
It is, because it's like she just seems so clearly like dumb.
Just doesn't understand business.
And then and then the other dudes, the Daves, are just like, well, here's a receipt for that. Here's paperwork showing this. Here's proof of that. And then she's just like, no.
That's all she got.
Is Dave Gourmet's page like a corporate page, and then they're actually answering to what her?
I don't know how it actually looks.
Yeah.
Like how they're communicating, but I just read the whole saga, and a lot of like every YouTuber that does coverage of stuff is covering this.
Yeah.
So you can get like every kind of take on it, and it's just funny that like people really just like want her to be right, but it's like, dude, every step of the way she kind of was being stupid.
It's because people always want like the underdog or stick it to the man, huh? They probably view Dave.
Yes,
But
yeah.
in this case, they feel bad for the sauce company, like they're the underdog.
Yeah, but
Like, this lady's crazy.
It's like from the beginning, she had no business trying to operate it that way. Like she made a cool sauce that people thought was, fun, but then to be jarring it up with no like health code or anything and just be shipping it out to people, and it like the videos of people taking it out as a globular mass, like just spoiled milk and dairy and shit in there. It's like, how are you cheering this person on? Like she could have killed you.
Because it needs to like have shelf life, right? You need to put some stuff in it.
You need an expiration date.
It just takes so much more than like having the jars.
Yeah.
And then
You gotta sanitize those jars before you fill it up with any dairy.
Like, how are
or
you
any,
buying? How are you buying food from a person who literally said, "FDA,
What's that?
I ain't selling medical products"? Like, dude, what are you doing?
Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, how are they looking at a situation where she's obviously fucking up and sending out like really terribly packaged and non-approved things, and then going like, yeah, we should partner up with her.
Well, probably like the marketing.
Because they were the only thing she was missing.
Yeah.
She had all of the publicity. People really wanted it. They were the only thing she didn't have.
It was hot enough to get them into Walmart with the metrics they had, right?
That's so wild.
Because it had momentum. It really did.
Like, oh, we'll produce it for you.
She just didn't have business structure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and
the big
as of
mistake.
today's date, Dave's Gourmet says that they have sent her more than 120 grand.
Yeah.
Damn.
It happened in little chonkies all the way.
And then I guess like she keeps saying that like she needed money for like Airbnbs and stuff that she's living at.
She said that she was homeless and that she needed more money from Dave's Gourmet to pay for her where she was going to live.
Yeah, but then like people are like, why aren't you just living in an apartment or something? And like I guess she was saying that she kept staying at like hotels or something or Airbnb.
Yeah, said she was living out of hotels when she was first selling the sauce.
Yeah.
So she wasn't living in a home?
That's what she says. We don't know.
When me and Joe first got into YouTube, and you know how like people always want to have meetings and shit? I don't know what the fuck are all these meetings about? Just email us what the fuck you want and we'll tell you if we're gonna do it or not. But then the more I got older and like experience and hear about things like this, I'm like, oh, the main reason of the meetings is to just vet if someone's crazy as fuck or not. Because it's like there's business, right? And then there's the who are you?
Yeah.
And then so just through the talking and stuff, it's like
They clearly didn't vet her.
I'm like, oh, I get, like I understand why people just need to meet and just to see if they're even like all there. Because someone could have a billion followers, and then if it's just through email, it's like they could be fucking cuckoo.
Dude, Sweet Ranch sounds really gross.
I gotta say, watching her put this shit on pizza made me want to throw up.
Really looks nasty.
It just looks
It
disgusting.
looks literally like Pepto-Bismol. Yeah.
Ugh. 'Cause I thought pink sauce was like, you know, at the Italian places where they mix a little bit of marinara with the Alfredo. I thought like that.
It looks like something though that when I was a kid, if I saw the Ninja Turtles drizzling that on a pizza, I'd be like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Like like the Hook movie, like when they're having the buffet.
Oh yeah, it's like rainbow
And there's
shit.
eating frosting.
All those like different cream pies of weird ass colors. Yeah, it's super cool.
I was on board, but now I'm an adult and I'm like, that looks like fucking diabetes.
Thousand Islands pink.
It's a different kind of pink.
Orange, I think, no?
But like bright pink is different.
At In-N-Out, it ain't pink.
That's not Thousand Islands though.
The In-N-Out sauce is delicious.
That's spread.
Oh,
That
got
is
it.
bread.
That one's kind of pink.
Dude, hearing Bart talk about food with that little like. That's how I know you're a fat kid inside. I know it. You talk about it, but I see it too.
Oh, I finally had a burger yesterday. I had Shake Shack. Ooh, 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 man.
How come you finally had a burger? You've been.
Just haven't been on my menu for food. I've been cooking more at home, you know. So
Oh, that's good.
What sauce do we put on everything?
Oh, dude.
Depends on what I'm eating. I'm not like a one sauce guy.
Yeah.
one sauce
I
guy.
could- if I had to pick one sauce, it'd be Tabasco.
Oh, okay. Because some people will put the same, like sriracha on everything.
Yeah.
I could do that too.
I could do some.
Depends on what kind of food, but I do put sriracha on a lot of things versus Tabasco.
I like Tabasco on like eggs and breakfasty stuff, and I like
that's
sriracha on like, you know, anything
I could
noodles.
also do ketchup on a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot.
Ketchup.
Good.
You should see Bart when he uses ketchup. He has ketchup with a side of hash browns.
I've seen Bart using.
He does ketchup soup.
That sounds good.
I like that.
It's very good.
He uses ketchup like it's marinara sauce.
You guys see me use Tabasco, I fuck it up the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a hypocrite.
You use a lot.
Yeah.
You also
Or
use a lot
sriracha.
of Red Bull.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.